Hey, look, it's not a shard pulling event, it's a soul pulling event. Hello, everyone. Bront, CatHerder here. We're having some fun talking Raid Shadow Legends, and we have a red glowing soul here, and that means that we have a raid up. And turns out we have a 5 and 6 star raid up on Mortal and Immortal Soulstones, and I have quite a few to pull. I have some mythicals I would love to actually get some souls for, and that is the only way to get mythicals is for pulling soulstones. So I am certainly excited for this. We also don't not that no. We also have this winter path right here. I would not mind the soul for Lady Noelle, but just doing some quick calculations, I can get all the way down to this legendary book and the key, or maybe the key and these souls right here, and then I am done unless I pull almost every single shard on my account. I am not really willing to do that, so I might grind a little bit of Dungeon Divers, but I don't think I'm going to be getting the soul, which is fine. It's still going to be some extra rewards. I'll make sure maybe get the legendary book. Maybe I can get the second legendary book as well. Go through, probably get the dust right here. Although this is kind of tempting because I'm actually really short on those, but those are easier to farm than dust. So we'll figure that out later. But we have 120 of the Mortal Soulstones and 5 of the Immortal Soulstones. I've got my wish list right here. I would love a better soul for Odin. I'd love a better soul for Marius. I don't have a soul at all for my second Wallmaster. Now, there are other champions I'd probably rather have bigger souls on, but generally I use my wish list to get souls for champions that I don't have or have very low souls on, because the rates are already very difficult to get higher level souls in the first place from the wish list. So I would rather get a couple of champions, and instead of having to waste some of the lower tier coins, save up for the big souls while I get some of the other ones at the lower tiers as well. Is it the best strategy? I don't know, but it seems to work for me. Meanwhile, in the epics and the rares, it's just kind of a whatever. I would love a 6 star for Whisper. I'd love to give her a chance. She seems like she's a lot of fun. The rest of them are just champions I use all over the place. So, but I'm not really not using a lot of epics at the moment. And the rares, these are the 3 rares that I kind of use, and that's about it. So we're going to start with the Immortals, just because if I get something big, this might change my wish list more than just these Mortal Soulstones here. So we got 5 of them here to pull. Unfortunately, it is not 6 of them, which is mildly annoying, but, we'll deal with it. Maybe I'll pick up one more of them just to pull one more and get this final one here, but you know what? That doesn't seem like a particularly good plan. So we will pull these 5, and then we will pull these 120. I do have Mountain Dew here to soothe the soul. It is a Pepsi product. Unfortunately, Pepsi is still not a sponsor of my channel. Now, to be fair, I am open to any drink sponsors of the channel. I can be bought. It's true. So, if somebody wants to sponsor me to have me be the official shard pulling drink owner of Bront CatHerder or something along those lines, we'll work on the title later. Something rolls off the tongue. Well, just let me know. You can get my email through the contact me page on YouTube. So until then, I've got Good for the Soul, Mountain Dew. We are pulling shards. We'll say some quick prayers to RN Jesus. And let's get pulling. Hopefully you guys have some great luck as well in your shards. There's no reason not to pull really right now because you're getting a bunch of rewards anyway. There isn't going to be CVC tomorrow anyway. At least I'm pulling these on Monday. So let's get some. That is a mythical, and that is that is a 5-star Commodus. That is awesome, other than the fact that I do not have a Commodus. But Commodus is absolutely amazing, and a 5-star Stole is great for him because that gives him the additional accuracy that he needs because he is a bomb champion. So that is awesome. I'm definitely holding on to that. I mean, I hold on to most of my mythical souls anyway. The only reason I would sell a soul is if I find somebody in the shop that I have and want. I will then start selling some of my mythical souls of champions I don't have, because I would rather have the soul for the champion I have than wait on a soul for a champion I may never actually get. So at least that's my theory on it as well. So, all right, let's get some mythicals on champions I actually have. That is a legendary. That is a Grohawk the Bloodied. Well, I don't mind Grohawk. He's not bad. I don't have a Grohawk, as you can see here, unfortunately. So that may be food fodder for being sold as well. We'll certainly see. Again, even the legendaries, I will keep them as well. The rares I'll tend to sell. Don't really care about a 4-star Siege Breaker. That's another mythical. Ooh, that is a 4-star Lazarius. That is awesome. I don't have Lazarius, but really, 4 stars are where the souls get absolutely interesting because that's where you get the crit damage, particularly for damage dealers. And that's close enough to where you can get the 5-star from the shop, although you can't get 5 stars from the shop for mythicals. I do know that Polarium mentioned they were going to try to fix that at some point in time or make it some way to get mythical souls because we finally have enough mythicals where that's a problem. But, hey, decent rates. Unfortunately, this is not a what you pulled. This is a what type of shard you pulled event. So that is, wow, we are getting some good ones. Granjar. I actually have a Granjar. He is absolutely horrible. He is one of the last Doom Tower champions. He is honestly not particularly good. There are epics that are better champions than Granjar. So I don't expect to ever use that. I might still throw it on him because I like throwing souls on champions if I've got them, just in case. All right, so that didn't knock off anything off my wish list. We got a couple of mythicals. That's kind of cool. Let's start pulling. Take a quick drink. We got some good stuff. Not stuff I'm using, but you know what? Couple mythicals. I am excited. And that is a legendary. That is a Ragash. I love Ragash. I believe I have more than a 2-star soul on him. I will definitely check. Ragash is awesome, though, so I'm not going to complain too much. There's a mythical. Ooh, 2-star Carnage. That is an improvement because I do not have a Carnage soul right now. So that is great, especially because I haven't gotten the chest yet. Unfortunately, I suspect I'm going to get the 1-star soul from the chest next. So that's going to be kind of annoying. But you know what? I'd rather have a soul on a champion than not. So 2-star Carnage is going to help a ton because that's a bunch of extra HP and attack, which is going to help him in damage and survivability as well. So I'm actually looking forward to that. Keeper Dazdirk, not too bad, but I know I've got a better soul for him. King Garag. I don't know what kind of soul I've got on King Garag. I know he got buffed. Maybe I'll pull him out of the vault for the soul. We'll see what happens. Lady Arash, not particularly exciting. A lot of 1-stars. There's a legendary. Ooh, 4-star Raka. There's a mythical as well. That is a 2-star bias. I don't have our bias. I think I've got a better soul for her already as well. But our bias is a good champion. 4-star Raka is interesting. I haven't built my Raka. I probably should because she looks like an interesting champion. Maybe do a guide on her as well. And with the 4-star soul, that's pretty far on the stat boost, particularly because it gives her the HP and the defense and can give her some kind of interesting blessings. So I'm not going to complain too much about that. Yeah, not every soul has to be for champion you absolutely use all the time. 2-star Venus. I've got 2 better souls, my Venuses for that. I actually do have 2 Venuses. I have more Venuses than Cupiduses, weirdly enough. Supreme Kale wouldn't be too bad if I actually had him. Not too exciting there, unfortunately. All right. Weregrin, not exciting. Adriel, terrible champion. Deathless, not particularly exciting. Yeah, we can't have all exciting pulls. So we've been getting some fun stuff at least. Rate up, definitely in effect. Well, I go to fair. I don't think we've actually seen a lot of 5 or 6 stars. That would be nice. Well, there's the 1-star Carnage. I don't need that because I've got the 2-star Carnage, and you can only get 1 Carnage. So, I can sell it. Not a big deal. All right. Anything particularly exciting? 1-star Ugo, not too good anymore. Ooh, 1-star Taurus, champion I don't have, but I certainly would love a soul on a Taurus. And honestly, 1-star is great for Taurus because that gives him the extra HP. So if I ever get a Taurus, I've got a soul for him. That is great. 1-star Shamael, not good enough. Ooh, legendary 2-star Zarguna. I looked over Zarguna's kits. One of my followers pulled her, and wanted me to build her, and after looking at the kit, I just couldn't figure out where that particular account was going to use her. She's not a bad kit. She's got some decent healing protection, but she's more of a progression champ than she is an actual endgame champion, and it was definitely an endgame account. So, not particularly exciting for me. Not a horrible champion. Every champion is usable, though. That is, well, at least in the general, most legendaries are usable. Not all of them are great. 1-star Gentaro, I don't have one. Ooh, 3-star Rowanus, I'll have to check that. I've got a bunch of Rowanuses. I don't know what I've got on my Rowanus. I don't know if I've got a Rowanus fully built either, but he's a decent damage dealer. For progression, he's actually good. Oop, there's a Krisk. Now I need a actual Krisk to go with him. Oop, 5-star Duck. That is awesome. I actually am hoping I'm hoping that's an improvement because 5-star, I like Duck a lot, and that is going to give me some extra crit damage on him as well. And I think I've got mine at lethal right now because I needed him for damage dealing for a Florence and Tranos. Good champion, love him, so I will love a 5-star soul on him. 5-star Banshee, that might actually be useful. There's a 1-star Marius. I've already got at least a 1-star on my Marius. That's not particularly exciting. And there we go. So let's go just take a look at the bounty of what I grabbed here. Let's grab all of this stuff. Alrighty, so I could in theory buy 2 more of these shards, or I could buy a bunch of this stuff, which would get me almost to the 300 I would need to buy a 4-star soul. So that's probably what I'm going to do. Let's go and take a look at the Awakening. So Carnage, you get the 2-star. That is going to be exciting. Yep, you did not have a 5-star, you had a 3-star. So that is awesome. So that is going to be an bunch of extra crit damage on him. Oh, I got apparently an improvement on one of my Orns. Don't use Orn too much, but you know what? I will take free stats, among other things. Okay, I guess this is a 5 on my Banshee here. She's good for a stun set in some of the secret rooms, which is the only reason I really have one built, but, it never hurts to have a high star on something. Is this the only Garag I have? Yes, that is because there's the other Garag, I believe. Let's just go double check. Check my Guardian Ring. Orcs. Yep, okay, I only have 2 Garags, and that is one of them, so, we'll put a blessing on him. That seems like a good thing to do. Yes, we'll put a 1-star on Hoffreys, because I've already got her. Not a big fan of Hoffreys. And, ooh, Haruspex 1-star is new? That's fine. I haven't used this guy in ages, but he was one of my OG champions really early on. I pulled him, and, he was a okay reviver, helped me out a bit. So, yep, don't have a Ronus built. I do actually have better stars. I actually happen to have 4 of the Tigers. So I'm not going to use that soul. And then the Raka, I need to actually build her before I can put that soul on her. So, yep, not too bad. Not a lot of the best stuff I can use, but you know what? A few good things as well. So I am going to leave it at that. I am going to resist the temptation to pull a few more of the big souls. Perhaps I'll decide to do that if I decide to go for the Noel soul, but I am far enough away that even if I bought 1, 2, or 3 of the big souls, they're only going to be worth 1,500 each. That's not going to be enough to get to 50,000. So, that's probably going to be it. So hopefully your souls pulls went well. I mean, it struggles for me to get a lot of improvements because I have a lot of low to mid-range souls. But I got a couple of cool ones. I got a mythical I was looking for. Unfortunately, it was Carnage, which is one I could have earned naturally. I would have liked any other of the mythicals, but you know what? It is what it is. So hopefully you're having a wonderful, wonderful New Year's Eve, because that's when this is going to go live. Don't forget to smash that like button and hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. You guys have helped me grow a ton in 2024. Have a wonderful 2025, and I will see you guys next year. Until then, I'm Bront CatHerder.